Hello friends, I hope you all are doing great and I'm also doing good. So friends, in this video I'm going to explain APR, Annual Performance Report. This is related to our video already uploaded on my channel, that is ODI, Overseas Direct Investment. So suppose that if you are Indian person, Indian individual or Indian entity and forming an entity overseas like in USA, UK, Canada or any different country other than India, in that case you need to comply with RBI compliance or FEMA compliance. So in last video, in earlier video, I already explained what's the process of ODI, why it is required. So now I'm taking this topic to the next level, that is APR, that is Annual Performance Report, which you need to submit to the RBI with your AD bank. AD bank means the bank where your account is, your current account is there, like authorized dealer bank. Okay, so in that case what the documents need to submit to the bank, you need to submit the performance, that is financial statements of that foreign entity, that what is the performance by those entity which is registered outside India, like their profit and loss account, their balance sheet. Apart from that financial, there is a declaration submitted by the management, there is a certificate issued by the Indian chartered accountant, and in case if there is an entity liable to get audited done in the overseas, in that case audit report from that CPA or those countries chartered accountant is also required along with financial statement. But suppose that if you are because in overseas there is a for smaller companies there is no need to get audit done until and unless that company is not registered that security exchange. Okay, so basically I'm treating like we are forming an initial entity which is not registered their security exchange. In that case there is no liability to get the books of account audited done. So in that case bank has or RBI has compliance that financial statement must be audited by an Indian chartered accountant. So you need to get that financial or statement audited by a chartered accountant. You need to get certification done by chartered accountant, get the some declaration from management also apart from those financial. So now let me explain that annual performance report, those some information which is required. It's not easy to explain everything in this video, but I'm just briefing what is the basic information required while you submit annual performance report. And this compliance is to be done on an annual basis because that company is still in running in overseas, so there is a period mentioned because in every like in India there is a financial year starting from April and ending on 31st March. In overseas entity that might be different, and that might be calendar year, that might be because there is an option to select their financial year according to that overseas country, right? Overseas laws or provision which allow to select their own financial year. So you have to prepare those balance sheet and profit and loss according to that. So now this is a annual performance report performa where APR for the period, which period is you have to mention the from date to this date to this date, like beginning to end date, unique identification. Once you enrolled and ODI is done, you get UIN number. So UIN number must be mentioned here. Capital structure here to mention, and if in that individual or other entity have stake or shareholder owned in that overseas entity, then the percentage to be mentioned of each shareholder, right? So in that case financial position, what is the net profit, loss, dividend, net worth current year and previous year, and how much amount you repatriated from the foreign entity, how much amount you get back to India, this information must be here. So every information must be filled. If it is not applicable, then you have to mention not applicable. And there is a declaration from Indian entity, like I already told that there is a declaration also required for the management or individual or Indian entity. So this is the declaration, and here is the company detail. Now you can see that the certificate of the statutory auditor in case of Indian entity, chartered accountant in case of a resident individual. If Indian entity has a stake in overseas entity, in that case statutory auditor certificate is required. And in case of individual, any chartered accountant in practice can issue this certificate. And this certificate, basically they examine the financial statement, what is the APR, for which period we are going to submit it, and here you can say that signature of the statutory auditor and chartered accountant is mentioned, UDIN. Like if any certificate issued by CA and which doesn't have that UDIN number, it means that certificate is not valid. So that UDIN is compulsory, because that approving authority will check that UDIN, that who's that CA who issued that certificate. With the help of UDIN, they can easily get the details of that chartered accountant who is certified the certificate. Okay, and now the next phase is certificate by the authorized dealer bank. I already told that AD bank is responsible to submit this APR to the RBI, and AD bank is those bank where your account is running there. So that is authorized dealer bank, because authorized dealer is using this word authorized dealer because they are dealer for RBI. You are not going to submit this APR application to the RBI directly. You are going it to through that your branch or through that your authorized dealer bank. Okay, so this is the certification, and here the instruction for filing of the annual performance report. There is a basic instruction is given, and I recommend you to get that professional service for this purpose, because sometimes FEMA compliances and RBI compliances is technical, and in that case non-compliance can cost too much. So I hope I tried to explain this APR, and if still some issues unresolved or something I missed to explain, please let me know through the comment section, or you can easily contact to on my email ID and on my contact number. I hope I could able to explain this in easiest manner, but still if something I left, please let me know, and see you soon in next video with some important topic. Okay, bye bye, take care, see you soon.